So let's get started. Basically, before we talk about the first node, I want to talk about something very important. So whenever you're building workflows or automations in n8n, the very first thing that you should think about is called a trigger. So basically, a trigger is saying what is going to start this workflow that you've built. Let's say, for instance, you build a workflow that is going to be posting content to your social media. Trigger is saying what is going to happen for this AI automation or this workflow to be able to post this content on your social media. So that leads us to our very first node, which is the schedule trigger. So the schedule trigger is this guy right here. So it has a couple of configurations. So we have a trigger interval here, which is going to trigger the workflow based on whether you want to trigger it on days or hours or weeks or month or whatever the case may be. So let's just choose days. And then the trigger between days, if you say 2, for instance, it means every 2 days. And then at 7 a.m. or whatever time you want to put, and then you trigger at a particular minute. What this means is, if you've created an automation and then you put the schedule trigger as a trigger, the workflow is going to run at the particular time that you've just set. For instance, I've set this at 7 o'clock a.m. every 2 days. So every 2 days, it is going to run automatically. You don't have to click any button. It will run by itself. Simple. Let's say this our workflow, we add a schedule trigger there, and then if we connect this schedule trigger to this workflow, it means when the time comes, it will run for itself automatically without we clicking any button. So, but there are two things I want you to know about schedule triggers. It is very much important for you to know that. The first thing is, for a schedule trigger to work automatically for itself without you clicking any button, you have to publish the workflow. So it should be live. The workflow should be live. So you click published, and then you publish the workflow. Basically, so if it is not published, it is not going to run for itself automatically. And then the second thing, you have to make sure your time zone is correct. So if you click on these 3 icons here, and then you go to settings, you'll see time zone. Currently, it is Europe, Berlin. So if that is your time zone, you're going to leave it as it is, or else you're going to choose your time zone. So there are a list of time zones here. Whatever the case may be, you're going to choose your time zone, and then you save it. So you don't have to forget those two things. So that is the schedule trigger.